The two terrifying forces collided together, and the terrible wind actually caused a little ripples in the surrounding space. And a look of surprise flashed in the eyes of the creature again. He didn't expect that a Doudi who had just arrived in this space would be able to take its attack without hurting it at all. A flash of anger flashed in the eyes of the creature, ready to attack again. Suddenly, a voice sounded behind a person and a beast. "Stop it. No fighting is allowed in the City of Tears. Please leave." A cold drink suddenly sounded in this space, and then it rippled in this space like ripples in the water. "Huh, boy, you're lucky. Let me meet you next time. I'm afraid you won't be so lucky." The creature glanced at XiaoYan unwillingly, snorted, and then, with a shock of light, disappeared into this space. XiaoYan's Wanzhong body also slowly changed back, turned around, and looked back. A man in armor was standing behind him. "Thank you, Senior." XiaoYan thanked him. "If this person doesn't come, you'll have to fight again today." XiaoYan knew from the blow just now that the creature didn't use his full strength at all. To be honest, XiaoYan didn't have much certainty. "You're welcome. This is my job. Are you the new Doudi?" The armored man raised his head with a smile, and then asked softly. XiaoYan nodded softly, but did not hide it. But there were some doubts in his heart. How did this armored man know about himself? "Well, you are the one the Ming Emperor is looking for. Let's go. I will take you to the City of Tears." After XiaoYan's admission, the armored man asked no more questions, and without waiting for XiaoYan, he turned and flew away. XiaoYan stood still. "Is there anyone else to pick me up?" XiaoYan couldn't help asking himself. "Does anyone else know him here?" "Senior, forgive the juniors for taking the liberty. I don't know how the seniors know the whereabouts of the juniors and juniors." The armored man found himself so accurately, and he insisted that he was the one the Ming Emperor was looking for. This couldn't help but make XiaoYan feel very puzzled. "Hee boy, be quite careful. I know everything in this city within a radius of thousands of miles. Isn't it easy to find you? As for why I think it's you, because you're the only one in this passage within 1,000 years. And there is the space beast who just fought with you." "Beast?" The man in armor heard XiaoYan ask, stopped, and said slowly. XiaoYan was also startled when he heard the words of the armored man. The induction of the soul power of his own imperial realm in this space was only 100 miles, and the middle-aged man in armor in front of him could detect thousands of miles. Indeed, the breath that came out of the armored man was also obvious, and his strength was by no means comparable to his own. XiaoYan nodded, although he was still a little puzzled. But in this far-off and hopeless space, it was better to finally meet someone to lead the way than to walk around by himself. There was no way. For the time being, I had to believe in the person in front of me. XiaoYan stopped talking, followed the armored man, and flew into the distance at a very fast speed. At this time, XiaoYan's degree had reached an extreme of his own, and he was still unable to catch up with the armored man. But fortunately, it was not far away. More than 10 minutes later, a small city appeared in front of XiaoYan's eyes. In the sky, XiaoYan could see the entire city clearly, with people coming and going, very prosperous. The whole city is made of kind of blue stone, and a high tower stands in the middle. At the top of the high tower, there's a faint light of fire. Looking from a distance, it gives people a mysterious feeling. It must be the energy that supports the city. Unexpectedly, there will be such a city here? XiaoYan was somewhat surprised. To maintain a city in the cracks of space, I am afraid it will take a lot of energy to support it. Those who can open up a city in the cracks of space will naturally be the strongest on one side. This is the City of Tears. Let me in, the armored man said softly. The two of them swooped down and finally landed on the stone road full of quaint atmosphere. The noisy noise of tearing through the city suddenly poured into XiaoYan's ears. There were people riding various warcraft on the side of the road, and they were also wearing very gorgeous armor. There are all kinds of stalls selling many exotic foreign objects. There are not many, which dazzled XiaoYan. XiaoYan casually checked the breath of a few people and couldn't help but shudder. All of them were several times or even hundreds of times his breath. Following the armored man in one direction, XiaoYan had already seen an old man dozens of meters away, standing with his hands in his hands, and smiled at him. XiaoYan was startled slightly. He originally thought that it would be the people of the Xiao clan in this space who would pick him up, but his bloodline did not have the slightest connection, and he suddenly became a little alert. For strangers, XiaoYan always maintained a sense of vigilance. XiaoYan walked slowly towards the old man with the armored man. After approaching, the old man looked at the armored man, handed over his hand, and said, "Thank you, Watao, for your help. Now that the person has arrived, I will take him back to the valley so as not to disturb your work." Listening to the old man's words, XiaoYan knew that the name of the armored man was Huatao, who seemed to be a guard of the city, but he was not surprised. Huatao smiled and said he didn't need to leave. After Huatao's figure disappeared, the old man looked at XiaoYan and shouted, "Boy, come with me." XiaoYan listened to the old man's cry and looked at the strange and vicissitudes of life in front of him. He couldn't help but be startled and felt a little inexplicable. What does this person have to do with himself? Who are you? How did you know I was coming? I don't know you. Why are you waiting for me here? Why should I go with you? A lot of doubts asked the old man. Boy, you should be what old man Xiao said, the only fighting emperor in the vindictive mainland for thousands of years, right? If there is no one else, it should be me. XiaoYan nodded when he heard this, but did not deny it. He is indeed the only fighting emperor on the vindictive continent, after thousands of years, who has been promoted. When the old man saw XiaoYan nodding, a smile suddenly appeared on his face. Sure enough, it's you. It seems that old man Xiao has a good sense of smell. A member of the Xiao clan. This damn old man Xiao is really troublesome. The people in his own family go gambling by themselves and don't come to pick it up. But let me come. However, you guys still so weird. If it weren't for old man Zhao's repeated instructions, I wouldn't bother to take care of you. The old man muttered a few more words. Wait, what did you just say? Clan Xiao? Old man Xiao? Is it my ancestor? Is my ancestor still there? Senior, can you take me to see my ancestors right away? The old man Xiao in the old man's mouth, as XiaoYan expected, should be his ancestor. XiaoYan didn't expect that there were really people of the Xiao clan here, and he couldn't help but feel a little excited. The old man pursed his mouth. Nonsense. It was your ancestor who asked me to pick you up. You want to see your ancestor, right? Then come with me. It's getting late. You follow me closely. The old man glanced at XiaoYan blankly, waved his sleeve robe, and a space crack was torn apart. And then he got in. XiaoYan hesitated a little, and then got into the crack. In a short while, the two walked out of the crack, and a strong, ancient aura came to their faces. As soon as XiaoYan walked out of the crack into space, he was surprised. The source of the Emperor's aura here was more intense than the space in the passage. He settled down and was immediately shocked by the scene in front of him. There are dense forests all around, and the dense trees are completely different from the trees on the vindictive continent. The roots are all towering trees. The canopy can't be seen at a glance, covering the sky and the sun, like a pillar of the sky, connecting the sky and the earth, supporting the sky from falling down. Around XiaoYan, the ground was full of medicinal materials and rare flowers and strange herbs, full of aura and rich medicinal fragrance, making XiaoYan's eyes gleam with greedy light. Most of these medicinal materials and rare flowers and strange herbs were never seen by XiaoYan, and what he had seen turned out to be very rare and rare medicinal materials on the vindictive continent. But here they were all over the place and could be seen everywhere. This is priceless in the vindictive continent, not to mention how difficult it is to find and collect, even if it is treasured by major forces, not to mention those that XiaoYan has never seen before. They are all babies as a pharmacist, and a 9-product pharmacist. Can you not be excited in the face of all this in front of you? XiaoYan immediately started to collect it. What are you doing picking these weeds for? The old man glanced at the herb in XiaoYan's hand. XiaoYan was taken aback for a moment. What's the matter? These medicinal materials are priceless in the vindictive continent. In the eyes of the old man, they're just a pile of weeds? The old man shook his head. I don't know. Let's go. Kid. XiaoYan didn't say anything, but silently put away the medicinal materials. What is this? XiaoYan saw a purple spar not far away. As soon as he moved, he took out the spar directly. A surprise flashed in his eyes. This strength is stronger than the best material on the vindictive continent. Hey, boy, let's go. What's the use of that broken stone? The old man shouted angrily. XiaoYan raised his head and glanced at the old man, suspended in the air. It seemed that in the eyes of the old man, everything was broken copper and rotten iron. XiaoYan didn't say much, and then pulled out to follow the old man. There are still jungles of trees all around. Looking at the boundless, it is estimated that this forest is probably hundreds of times the size of the Warcraft mountain range. This forest is located in the Tiamal mountain range and occupies an extremely vast area. In the Tiamal mountain range, the towering mountains continue to meet again and again, directly running through the entire forest, dividing the entire forest into two different regions. After tens of thousands of years of reproduction and vicissitudes of life, almost everything in this forest has life, and almost no one dares to go deep, let alone walk alone in this forest. If you don't pay attention, even the strongest fighting emperor will fall in this mysterious forest. And XiaoYan and the others were just on the periphery. XiaoYan's heart was full of doubts and curiosity about this unknown area, and the power of the soul surged out of his eyebrows, spreading throughout the forest. The power of the soul of the Imperial realm. This kid is not simple. It's interesting. The old man was puzzled, a little surprised, when XiaoYan released the power of his soul. The old man suddenly sensed the soul power of XiaoYan's Imperial realm. The Imperial realm. The Imperial realm is not only the power of the soul, but also a state of mind. It is not that the fighting emperor possesses the soul power of the Imperial realm. Even he did not enter the Imperial realm. Unexpectedly, this kid in front of him is actually the soul power of the Imperial realm. How can he not be surprised? The two figures swept away into the distance at extremely fast speed. The old man looked at XiaoYan and said, "Put away your soul power. It's very dangerous here. I know you're curious. Well, let you know about this continent first." As he spoke, a beam of light flashed between the old man's fingers and shot directly into XiaoYan's brain. And a huge pile of information suddenly poured into XiaoYan's mind. Slowly, XiaoYan began to have a vague understanding of this continent. This is a world that moves the Doudi capital. Yes, this is the Doudi Continent. Like the vindictive continent, there's no magic of all kinds. And vindictive is still the only dominant tone on the continent. This is a world that belongs exclusively to the strong of Doudi. Only the strong of Doudi can survive and grow in this space. It may be said that Doudi is the pinnacle of the strong in the continent of Doudi. But in the continent of Doudi, Doudi is only the most basic existence. And with the efforts of countless generations of Doudi, there is the existence of the more Doudi. Although the Doudi was whistling in the vindictive continent, destroying the sky and destroying the earth. On this continent, the power possessed by the Doudi seemed to be restricted. Even if XiaoYan's power was here to destroy the sky and the earth, he would not be able to wield 1/10 of the vindictive power on the continent. The space here is so perfect that even the power of the Doudi will be suppressed by it. Naturally, people's power is constantly evolving to contend with the limitations of this space. After the summary statistics of countless generations of powerful people, there is a new hierarchical system on the Doudi continent. From low to high, Doudi is divided into 9 stars. From 1 star to 9 stars. Each star is divided into 4 stages: initial, mid-stage, late stage, and peak. And each stage is divided into 4 levels: primary, intermediate, advanced, and peak. Above the 9 stars is the existence of the more Doudi, Doxian. Only one person in the entire Doudi continent has ever reached it, and he's the creator of this space, above Doshin, according to rumors on the mainland. There are also Doshin and the immortality of the Emperor, whether it's true or not. No one knows.